everyone. Welcome. Welcome to this Scorpio energy reading. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you to each and everyone for being here, for subscribing and watching these readings. Thank you to each and everyone. I feel like I haven't been on here for a while in these Scorpio energy readings. I feel like I haven't done one in a while, and I feel like it was time in as we start this month of July 2025. June was a good month, for a positive month for Scorpios, and I feel like this month of July is we're continuing on a powerful energy. The early month, in the early beginning of the month, have that confidence with career and financial goals, right? Think recognition, think raises, think new opportunities. I checked out the horoscope or the astrology, and I feel like Mars is going to be in your 10th house through July 23rd. And that is a big boost for your drive, for your leadership, anything you want to conquer, anything that's been on your mind that you really wanted to push forward. It's time to do that. And Jupiter is in your 8th house, right? And that is also bringing in unexpected resources. Towards the end of the month, maybe, unexpected resources, unexpected gains. Be on the lookout. This is a powerful month, Scorpio. Keep your spending in check, but it feels like there's a real power forward in gaining recognition and enabling you to conquer things maybe that have been on hold or stagnating for a while. All right, let's see what we got. Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising. And welcome to anyone joining. Welcome to anyone just... Hold on, let me just redo that. Welcome to anybody just discovering this channel, and welcome to all that have been here for a while. All right. All right, here we go, Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Now, what are the energies now for this month of July? How are we starting this month of July? What is boosting us forward? What is coming in? How are we recognized? What are the resources that are coming in for Scorpio? Now, this is not a particular money and career reading. This is an energy reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. All right, what do we have so far? Eight of Cups. You're stepping away from something. You're stepping away from your comfort zone in a good way. And this is bringing you powerful, positive energies to push forward. You get the Sun right off the bat, but you get the Sun because you're stepping away. Way too long in that comfort zone, right? Attempting new things, connecting with new people, the desire to get a new job, the desire to put ourselves out there and be creative and do something new. You're stepping out of your comfort zone. Now, sometimes we have to sacrifice for that. Sometimes we have to sacrifice relocating, going somewhere else, moving, leaving a very comfortable routine that might not be serving us, but it's a very comfortable routine. Here we go. You stepping out of that comfort zone. Yeah, because you don't feel recognized, because you feel left out of the game, because you feel like people, right, or you feel like you're not enough within that environment. Now, this can be a job, this can be family, this can be friends. It feels like you are having this real boost forward, boost forward to change, because you recognize that, well, hey, they're not talking to me anymore, or things are getting way complicated. It's not taking me anywhere. It's something I'm used to. These are my family. These are my friends. This is my routine, my day-to-day life. But where's that bringing me? Am I happy? Am I making money? Am I progressing on my path? Am I progressing on my career? Five of Pentacles, maybe not, right? So it feels like maybe you're unsupported, ask for help, or you feel unsupported with your family, with your friends, with your partner, whatever, and therefore you want to move on to something. You want to step out of that. No, it doesn't mean that it's bad. It feels like you're just unsupported and it's not bringing the money in, or not bringing the recognition in, or they're not seeing you for who you are, or who you want to be seen. Five of Pentacles. Ego. Five of Swords. A lot of confrontation, a lot of ego. You feel like people are dishonest, or you feel like people are manipulating you. That's a possibility. Scorpio is always on the fence about something, because you have this very, very in tune intuition, analysis. You see and feel things that other people cannot feel. You know things. You know what's going on. You dig deep. You know people. Now, but sometimes it stings you. Yes. So when you feel unsupported, when you have conflicts, this is now, it feels like sometimes it can be office situation, can be competition, it can be office politics, or people's behavior. There's a lot of self-interest there. There's a lot of ego there, as you're confronting people, or as people are perceiving you in the wrong way, which often happens for Scorpio. But here you are, King of Cups, stable, calm, collected, and you have the sun, beautiful, beautiful sun, pushing you towards the right energy. Getting out of stagnation, or not being recognized, not being honored the way you want to be honored. Beautiful sun, beautiful sun. Let's see where the sun is taking us. But I feel like this is you have this mental now. You're gaining this mental and this momentum here in this month of July. I feel like this is, you're clearing away things that have been confusing, clearing away miscommunications with people you're working with, or with friends, or you're with family, things that haven't been clear up to now. You're clearing away doubts. You're clearing away illusions. It's a moment where things are clicking here, that you no longer are satisfied in that routine, or in that place, or in that space, or in that job, or in that partnership, or in that relationship even, or living space, close to your family, or wherever. There's something there that is clicking for you, and things are becoming like undeniable. Like, this is what we have to do, or this is what I have to change, or this is what I have to understand and make decisions upon that. Nothing is hidden anymore. You have this truth right out in the open. You're very clear on where you stand. You're very clear on the decisions you're making, on what you want to change, on what you want to leave behind. If you want to change jobs, if you want to leave someone, if you want to move away from your family or away from emotions that are just making you stagnating or that are polluting your zone, you don't want anything, you don't want anything hidden anymore. Everything's making sense. So the sun is about boosting your confidence, being who you are, Scorpio. And the confidence to use what you know. Use what you know, Scorpio. Use your knowledge. Use your skills. Use your emotions, your talent, your intuition. Above all, your intuition, right? Trust your own judgment. See things clearly and communicate. Communicate clearly, because these are really positive energy pushing you forward. It's constructive. You're confident in your ideas. You have this joy of learning. You get it. People get you. You're excited about it. You're excited to share it. But for that, you have to accept to leave an emotion behind or a certain dynamic that you have been used to behind. All right, let's see what else we have, Scorpio. King of Cups, you're very stable. This decision you're making to walk away, what are you walking away from? Let me know. Put yourself in the chat, whoever's watching. What do you walk away from? Or what are you thinking of a walk away from? And you can just be walking away from a trend of thought, from something that you have been feeling for a long time, or just walking away from that way of thinking, walking away from yourself, right? From that hamster wheel that maybe you have been in, not worthy enough, not trusting myself, right? It can be just you and you. It doesn't have to be specifically a person, a partnership, a job, a house, or, you know, you're moving or something like that. But I feel like this is something that is important to you. You're walking away. And sometimes we have to leave a little bit of emotion when we walk away. Yep. 10 of Swords. Done. Done. And look at that. Right off the bat, you have the 8 of Cups, walking away because you got stabbed in the back, or you're done. Done. 10 of Swords. These people are not serving you. This job is not serving you. The boss, the people, the coworkers, they have been a little bit, to say the least, not honest with you with this 10 of Swords. And this is something that you're at the end of a cycle here, and you don't want to be in that cycle anymore. That's for sure. There's a real breakthrough here in July. It can be also overthinking, Scorpio. You're very, analysis paralysis, overthinking, thinking too much, emotions, attachments, what people are thinking, what they're saying. You analyze everything. So be careful. It's not like a analysis paralysis thing, okay? But you are, whatever it is, whether it's between you and yourself, a job or a person or an entity or dynamic, right? You know that you now have to get out of that sort of defeat type thing and just push forward, resist and push forward. And then we have the World, beautiful World, accomplishing something amazing. You have the end of a cycle, and now look at you moving into this new cycle. You're integrating, you're mastering your knowledge, you're mastering your connections with others, you're speaking clearly. You have everything in control. Most of all, you have your emotions in control. And you understand perfectly where you are. So this completion, this cycle completion that you have, is through your experience, through reflection, through learning, right? Your thoughts are coming together. They're clear. There's a whole new understanding here with the World. Again, you can be traveling, you can be moving, You can have a job that requires travel. Things, all the pieces are sort of coming together to see that big picture, that big goal you have. Again, anyone watching, comment down below, comment in the chat. What's your goal? What is it that's transforming? There's a big transformation here in this month of July. Because you've learned and you've integrated and you've understood and you've done the work. And so this is an idea or a mind or a project or a belief or an emotion that has traveled, right? Been traveled, questioned, learned, and integrated. Whatever it is, whatever it means for you. So this idea or this new field or this new project or this decision, this new dynamic, this new emotion, whatever it is for you, is part of something much, much bigger. You are now placing yourself with purpose in a bigger pattern, professionally, culturally, socially, emotionally. Your ideas are part of something much bigger, and you're evolving, higher level of understanding, working with other people, being in a different environment. And it's not the end. This is just the beginning, the doorway to bigger and better and even more. Beautiful, beautiful Scorpios, beautiful. All right, let's see what we have. Beautiful completion. You've learned, and I think that this past year, Scorpio, you've done the work. You've done the work. As much as before, you could have questioned, being in denial, not wanting to confront, not wanting to address, whether it's family issues, friend issues, job, money, career, love, whatever it is. I think that Scorpio could have been, of course, these are general readings. It's going to be different for each and every one of you. But I think this past year has been one heck of a year for Scorpio, coming together and realizing that things go both ways. We expect so much from others. Scorpio expects so much from others because they have very high expectations for themselves, and therefore expect that everyone shows up in the same way. And so when people don't show up the way Scorpio feels, let's say, shows up in a job, takes responsibility, work ethic, doing the hard work, showing up, doing what they have to do, being on time, whatever it is, right? Scorpio is very loyal, very committed, very on par when it comes to a job well done, and can move mountains, but also expects everybody else to show up in the same way. And I feel like this, and that goes same with a partner, same in love, same in friendship, same in emotional dynamics, business dynamics, whatever Scorpio puts on the table, their vulnerability opens up their heart. That's very rare. So when they do it, it's so difficult for them. It's so rare for Scorpio to make themselves vulnerable and share their heart and open their heart or share their mind, that when they do it, they expect the same, the reciprocity from anybody right at that moment, whatever it is. And I think that this year has been a hell of a year because Scorpio realizes that, well, their expectations are not other people's expectations. I know it sounds very simplistic, right? But it's a clarity for Scorpio. And it's a clarity for Scorpio to, how can I explain this? To still give what they give. To still believe that the way they show up is the way to show up. Maintain that higher standard. Maintain that higher perception. and still be okay for other people not to do it without diving in there, without getting overwhelmed or wanting to quit, or feeling like you're picking up slack for everyone, or feeling like you're working 10 times, 50 times, 100 times more than anybody else while they're just hanging out and getting paid doing nothing, right? Something like that. And I feel comment. Let me know if this is something that you feel, that you have felt, right? And I feel like this year, because the world is so chaotic, because there are changes every step of the way, every day, every minute, the world is very confusing, that Scorpio has taken a step back. I'm still, right? Scorpio's like, I'm still delivering, I'm still here, but it has been very difficult. Therefore, Scorpio is sort of toning down for others. It's okay if they don't show up. It's okay if they disagree. It's okay if what they say doesn't make sense to Scorpio. It's called resilience and surrendering, because that takes up too much energy. It takes away your power. To dive in systematically into energies that are not yours, and I have made multiple Scorpio energy readings around, these past years. You can check them out, about Scorpio wasting their energies for things that don't belong to them, or that they will not be able to change. If you're expecting someone to step up their game for you, or step up to the same level that you are, or you expect someone to say the truth, or be committed, or be as a hard worker like you, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So it's accepting the world for what it is. It's accepting others for who they are. You can still triage. You can still triage the people you want to communicate with, the people you want to work with. That doesn't change. But you don't have to spend your energy at being resentful, angry, telling it like it is, telling people what they need to know on that moment. And Scorpio has a tendency to do that, to show up and tell it like it is. And not everybody wants to hear the truth. Not everybody wants to be bathed in the harsh truth. Most people like to stay on the surface. I'm not saying everybody's in denial, but not everyone digs deep. And I think that this year it has been a big revolution for Scorpio to understand that not everybody will dig deep like that, and not everybody will commit the way Scorpio does or show up the way they do. Therefore, preserving your energies and empowering yourself to move forward on what is important for you, to take care of you, to nurture you, and to move forward and be successful for you, not for others, not for validation of others. Hierophant, committed, establishing something. There you go, establishing something, finding guidance from other people, or you feel like you were left out or not recognized by a certain institution or company or corporation. You're moving forward much slower, planning, preparing, working on this next step. You no longer want to be in that corporation, or you no longer want to be in that ruled, regulated job. Can be government, it can be education, it can be banking, it can be anything. It can be pretty much anything. And if it's not a job, you don't want to be ruled. But Scorpio never wants to be ruled. Scorpio does not do well with rules, regulations, red tape, micromanagement. Scorpio does not do well with that. You're going to move slowly, maturely on this new beautiful positive path. I don't think you got enough money from that corporation, or I don't think they recognized you the way you wanted, but that's okay. That's okay. Again, lesson learned, moving forward. You're moving forward, taking your time. It's not slow moving, but it's something where you're very committed. Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. I feel like you were not, that's why you're stepping away. Because you, as much as you have found, not comfort, but as much as you understood what you had to do, what your responsibilities were in this job or within this environment. This can be spiritual alignment too. This can be spiritual guidance where people weren't there for you, or you felt neglected or not enough. You recognize that you don't need that to exist. So whether it's a guide, a mentor, an establishment, a corporation, a spiritual guide, or whatever, you know that you don't need that to move forward on your projects, life project, career projects. You're working hard, you're committed as usual, and we have the Hangman. So the Hangman is confirming to let go and surrender. Let go and surrender. You know you're going to do things differently. It's a radical shift here, Scorpio. It's a radical shift of perspective. If things have been suspended, in limbo, not going anywhere, waiting, suspension of judgment or suspension of answer, waiting for answer, decision, judgment, this is a moment where you surrender to your transformation. It's a radical reorientation. You're seeing things again, like I said, you now know how to navigate these energies and see a different perspective. And again, you don't want to be in that rigid, ruled, regulated corporation, company, or way of seeing things, organization. It's too rigid for you. It's too rigid for you. And so if you have been frustrated and you're waiting for those answers or waiting for the change or waiting for things to happen to move forward in a financial situation or in a job situation or even in a partnership, in a business, whatever, and for me, it's a whole life transformation more than just a job, but it can be a job. And here, whatever you've been resisting, whatever you have been controlling, Scorpio, there's a lot of ego involved, and you're waiting for validation and you're not getting it. I think that as you step back and accept, yes, you've been very patient in waiting for an answer or money, and I feel like now's the time to be uncomfortable. Now's the time to get out of your comfort zone. Back with the Eight of Cups, stepping away from that comfort zone. And the comfort zone doesn't always mean that it's a perfect job, a perfect relationship, or a perfect place you're living at, right? It's just that you're used to it on a day-to-day basis. This is what you have, and this is what you had, and you're used to it. Here, I feel like sometimes it's better to wait it out, to let ideas settle, and then act, right? Like unlearning and reframing. That's what the Hangman is all about. Because the Hangman just says that you have to surrender to a new energy, a new way, and a transformation if you want things to evolve and move forward, and if you have felt stagnated. I feel like this is something that, yes, you don't want to be ruled anymore. You don't want to be ruled anymore, but Scorpio doesn't like to be ruled. That's not a Scorpio trait. Scorpio is very independent. Scorpio speaks their mind. Scorpio has a lot to say, but they're also fine analytical people, and they see through you. They see through you. So what is it you're leaving behind here? Nope, what is it you're leaving behind? There's a fresh, new energy with the page. I love it. Excited to learn. It's ambitious. Now again, it doesn't have to be a job. It can be, it's just your energy, your power to move forward. You are ambitious again. If the past year has been a little bit all over the place, it's because you were recentering yourself and accepting that not everybody does things the same way you do, Scorpio, right? So here we are with the Page of Wands, this powerful shift forward and fresh new ideas. Ready to learn. And you're going to say, learning again? Yes, we're always learning. Look at these cards. Oh my goodness. Look at this. To just prove what I've been saying for the past half hour. Oh my goodness, we're already at 30 minutes. My goodness. Okay, look at that. Two of Wands. This is what you're preparing. Again, this Page of Wands, this little page that is a beginner's energy, right? It's an exciting beginner's energy. And it's someone that's it's like a new idea. So a new financial idea or a new idea. It's a small start. Yes, but it's a big potential. It's time to explore again, Scorpio. It's a real time to explore and be creative and be curious. Two of Wands, you're planning, you're preparing. This is something, you know what this is. And look at that. You have the Magician, powerful, aligning yourself with your outside world, your connections, the opportunities around you. Whether it's, this feels more career because you're building something. It feels like you've been working on transitioning, moving, pushing forward that project, pushing forward that new job, pushing forward the finances coming in, pushing forward a new settled life, a new vision of life, a new powerful, positive energy. Here's the time. Look at this. You have the Magician and the Fool. There's your new adventure. There's your new confidence. Again, stepping out of your comfort zone, ready for that new adventure. But the Magician appears when we're ready, when we have accomplished, when we have learned, when we have had new experience, when we have taken the time to take classes, to learn, to be mentored, to train, to go out to school, or to gain whatever experience and knowledge we need to gain to be able to start this new journey and this new experience. Lining up. Manifestation of a lifetime with the Magician, right? You have the tools now to create success, financial success, manifesting, right? With something very powerful. Use your energy wisely, but this is really coming in. What you are excited about, what you have planned and prepared, you're bringing in. You're bringing it in. It's time. And we have this Fool, all about a new adventure. All about a new adventure. It's time. And again, it's time to rethink those assumptions. You have changed this year. You are not the same person. You have rethought your path, rethought your thoughts, your approach to people, how you listen, what you want in life, the people you connect to, what you expect from others, what you expect to give to others. You are not the same person. So here, you have rethought your assumption. Whatever you assumed about that person, or assumed, because Scorpio is the champion of assuming. Just because they are the champion of intuition and analyzing. They see things and feel things that no one else sees ahead of time. So because you have that magic power, which is magic, but sometimes it serves you and sometimes it doesn't. And I feel like sometimes Scorpios would be okay not having that, because things would be lighter. Things would be, you could be, on the surface more, and a little bit in denial would be good. Scorpio can't be in denial. They just take everything in and they know it's there and it's clear and it's hard to deal with, but that's what Scorpio does. And that's your role, unfortunately. But you now know how to embrace uncertainty and engage with it from a place of openness and curiosity, and really stepping into the world without preconceptions. That's the most important, right? Don't expect things from others. I know, that's what we usually do. Don't assume things from facts, from others, from jobs, from communications, from people. Don't assume that you already know. If you were right in your assumption and your intuition, be it. Don't speak it, right? Don't speak it. If you are right, you're right, and that's cool. But approach this new cycle without preconceptions. Let it roll. Let it roll. Navigate the new flow. Navigate this new energy. I'm hearing humility. Okay, Scorpio, have a little humility, right? Let the ego be. Put the ego in the pocket when you feel it comes up, which is normal, which is natural. When you feel it comes up, just put it in the pocket. Put it in the pocket, right? There's just the wisdom of not knowing. Try the wisdom of not knowing just for a couple of seconds when you feel, when you feel the ego coming up or the ego speaking, right? It's just approaching life, this new journey, this new cycle with curiosity, rather than just constantly assuming that we know everything and we expect things, and people should be like this and the job should be like that and they should have made this decision, that decision, right? That's what goes on in Scorpio's head. So stand outside the traditional order, and I know that's what you want. Stand outside the traditional order. There's unlimited potential for you out there, right? What can you become if you let go expectations? Anything can happen. Bringing everything in, open doors to all opportunities. The world is your oyster. This is really, really the creative spark before structure and order. It's exciting. It's a stepping stone to your new life, a stepping stone to your new energy. This is ready for structure to take hold, right? It's the itty beginning of something big. So rethink what you know and trust the process of discovery. That is how you're putting yourself out there and navigating your new energy, your new self, and bringing it all in. You've accomplished so much. You've learned so much. This is a real powerful journey here that is beginning. No wonder I had to make a reading today. All right, we're going to do one, as I always do, one last message for the road. I'm going to utilize my other cards. Sorry, give me one moment. And anybody that is interested in a tarot reading, I get a lot of messages, people that want a one-on-one tarot reading. I do not do one-on-one tarot readings, at least not for the moment. So by joining membership, it gives you access to a tarot reading every Sunday or during lives. When I pop up during the week, I don't think I'm going to open a tarot session today, but we are here every Sunday. If that's something you're interested in, by joining membership, you as a perk, you automatically get access to a tarot reading during Sunday lives. All right, so let's see what the last message is. Yep, there's the devil attached to. You're letting go of that though. You're walking away from the devil. You're walking away from preconceptions. You're walking away from toxic energies, or assuming that people have your back, or people want to work with you, or people want to be with you. It's okay if they don't. It's okay if they don't. There's a real breakthrough here, and this breakthrough has progress through 2025 and end of 2024. Yep, again, walking away. There you go. Exactly that. There you go. Cards don't lie. Walking away from toxic ties, contracts that you're bound to, people that you feel bound to, or thoughts that you have, manipulation, control. You're letting that go, and you're letting yourself navigate this new world and going out in discovery, letting go that control. Whatever that means for you. Comment down below. This is you, or comment in the chat. Put yourself in the chat, guys. This is something that has controlled you, I feel, has controlled you. So if these are emotions that have controlled you, difficulties, family dynamics, work dynamics, partnership dynamics, right? Relationship dynamics that have controlled you emotionally these past years, this year you have sort of cleared the way, accepting, not working, not going the way I wanted to, or we don't understand each other and we don't see things the same way, and I expected things from you and you didn't show up. That's okay. I expect you to do things and you didn't show up. That's okay, because you probably expected me to do things or show up in a certain way or make certain decisions or be a certain person, and I'm not doing it. But Scorpio doesn't do that. Scorpio doesn't bend down, right? Scorpio does not obey the rules, or doesn't do well in a very, very structured micromanagement way. And so you have learned to trust yourself, and trust yourself to not bow down, walking away from those patterns. It can be addiction, it can be toxic, it can be anything that you have felt you have driven and turned round and round in the hamster wheel. Yep, balanced. Justice, balance. What is coming in is fair to you, is balanced to you. Justice, decisions are fair for you. Action, forward, sudden action forward. Structure, emperor. Taking your responsibilities, setting those boundaries, saying the truth. You don't have to say the whole truth, though, Scorpio. You're very clear, though. No BS. No BS. But you don't have to reveal every step of the way what you've been through, or what's going on in your mind, and how difficult it was, and how so much you want to say things, or prove things, or explain things, or analyze things. Sometime, right? Some days it's necessary, and some days pass it by. We still have a little impulsivity to say the truth, to say the harsh truth, because that's what fairness is all about with justice. But things will be addressed. If they need to be addressed, they will be addressed. If things need to be said, they will be said. That is what you've learned right now. You don't have to bring it all out, right? If you need to evaluate a situation with fairness and logic, use it with facts and understanding, not emotions, right? Try not to be overwhelmed by emotion. And I think, as you can see, there's not many cups. We have the King of Cups. That is it, which tells me that you are so balanced, so calm, so mature in your decisions, in navigating these energies. Because the process here is rational choices, regardless of your preference, regardless of what you think. Facts are there, follow the facts, make a decision according to facts. Don't get overwhelmed, don't chime in your emotions, don't chime in everything you've resented all this time everything you've been through, all the ups and downs and the difficulties that you would like to express. No, don't bring that to the table. Stay rational, and you will see clearly without bias, right? What remains, and I'll finish on that, what remains when all emotions are removed and we have to make a decision? Take away all the emotions. If there's something that needs to be addressed, a fact, an information, something that was done, something that was revealed, that's what you have to address, not the way you felt, not the way you felt other people should show up or how they spoke to you or what happened, all that. No. Erase all that. If you need to make a decision right now, a job decision, a business decision, or a family decision based on facts, look at the numbers, look at the information, look at what was given to you in the emails, in the text, what you need to know. And forget about all emotion and see how your thoughts will shape your actions and their impact on others. Understanding the moral weight of thought and beliefs and decisions. It goes both ways, Scorpios. It goes both ways. It's something very powerful that you've learned to not associate yourself in everything in an emotional way. To take a step back and just read the words. Read the answer. Don't pour all your emotions in there. Your decisions will be clear. All right. I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Thank you all for being here. Let me know if you enjoyed this reading. Let me know, thumbs up. Everyone, try to put a thumbs up. You can leave a comment down below. Let me know if you would like more of these readings, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or anybody cross-watching. Let me know if you would like more of these type of readings. Thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up, guys. If you haven't done it yet, please give it a thumbs up. It's easy. It's free. It takes a second. Thank you so much for all your energies. Thank you for showing up in all these readings, these weekly readings. Really gratitude from the bottom of my heart. Gratitude to each and every one. I'm going to leave it at that. Have a great summer, and I'll be right back here for the weekly readings. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Don't forget the thumbs up. Have a great week. Take care.